welcome to South Asia Today, a show that provides you the glimpses of South Asia. I'm your host, Shivangi Mishra. Let's begin with the headlines first. Made in India products captivating the international market. Unemployment, rising suicides worry locals in Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan. And India and Nepal celebrate Shravan with fasting and devotion. Let's begin the show. In a world where tradition meets innovation, India is making a significant impact on the global stage. Today, we explore the remarkable success story of the Make in India initiative, where time-honored craftsmanship is achieving international acclaim. Join us as we uncover how Indian innovation is drawing global attention and transforming local excellence into worldwide success.
The Make in India initiative, launched by the Indian government a few years ago, is now showing significant results. Indian products are making notable strides in the global market, spanning sectors from bicycles and digital payments to advanced technologies like BrahMos missiles. Europe's increased focus on health and environmental sustainability has driven a surge in demand for Indian bicycles in key markets such as the UK, Germany, and the Netherlands, the world's bicycle capital. Demand is also rising in Africa. According to Commerce Ministry data, Mozambique emerged as India's top export destination for bicycles in financial year 2023, with exports valued at $8.84 million. This figure increased to $10.41 million in financial year 2024, reflecting a 17.82% growth. Industry leaders are enthusiastic about the growing global demand for Made in India products.
Whether it is auto, whether it is mobile manufacturing, whether it is chemicals, pharmaceuticals, advanced cell chemistry. So you're seeing a lot of investment happening in these areas. If you take the mobile, which is the first one to be launched, India used to be a net importer of mobile phones. Now we are a net exporter of mobile phones. We've got some of the largest factories of mobile phones in the world in India. Similarly, in the electric vehicle space, right? We are seeing huge penetration of electric vehicles. We are seeing two-wheelers, three-wheelers. So we have the electric mobility manufacturing plan which has been sent.
Moreover, India's services sector is making strides internationally. The Unified Payments Interface (UPI) system has evolved into a global phenomenon, facilitating seamless digital payments across multiple countries. This technological advancement not only highlights India's leadership in fintech innovation, but also underscores its commitment to transforming digital transactions on a global scale.
What I call it principally is Make in India, taking it global. Now what we have done that is, as a company, what we have done and how I see this landscape evolving is that every product that we create are typically industry agnostic and geography agnostic. So when I say industry agnostic means, though we are experts in the financial domain, my products can get used in commerce, in healthcare, in FMCG, everywhere. Likewise, it is geography agnostic. So the products that we created in India, we have taken it global to all markets with very minimal changes to comply to the regulations, local regulations, but the core product and the framework remains the same. So made in India for the world.
In a major boost to India's defense exports, the country recently delivered the first batch of BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles to the Philippines. This delivery highlights India's strategic defense capabilities and its growing role in global security. India is also emphasizing the use of indigenous products and services, particularly in government procurement. The Government e-Marketplace (GeM) platform, launched on August 9, 2016, offers nationwide sellers and service providers transparent access to government tenders, streamlining public procurement. With over 12,000 product categories and 320 plus service categories, GEM has revolutionized government procurement, growing from $52 million in 2017 to over $48 billion in 2024. This platform facilitates easier business transactions and provides indigenous manufacturers and service providers with access to all government departments via single platform.
The GEM is promoting the Make in India products. People like us who are making in India products, the medical equipment especially. So government marketplace is giving a platform for those to encourage more and giving a value addition to people like us who are basic manufacturers of medical equipment.
The Make in India initiative is transforming local excellence into a global success. From innovative products and technologies to international services and strategic defense exports. India's growing global impact underscores its leadership and commitment to quality and innovation.
Moving on, the rising level of unemployment in Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan continues to be a cause of worry for the locals. The ground realities suggest the government is hardly bothered about the concerns and aspirations of youngsters who are forced to migrate or take extreme steps. Our report. Rising unemployment is one of the primary problems of people in Gilgit-Baltistan, and residents blame blocked access to development is forcing youngsters in the occupied region to migrate. Despite its strategic location and rich natural resources, the area has long faced neglect and underdevelopment, leaving its residents grappling with limited economic opportunities. Otherwise known for its peaks and lakes, Gilgit-Baltistan is infamous for spiraling cases of suicide among the youth who are forced to take the extreme step with no foreseeable future. Locals lament the successive governments have so far failed to address the issue and develop industry and create job opportunities.
अगर अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट या बेरोज़गारी की अगर मैं बात करूं, इसकी इन टर्म्स ऑफ परसेंटेज बात करूं, तो मेरे ख्याल में 70% जो है 70-80% जो बेरोज़गारी है। और यहाँ पे मुलाजमत के मौक़े ना होने के बराबर हैं। लोग यहाँ पे माशाल्लाह काफ़ी अच्छे पढ़े लिखे लोग हैं। यहाँ के लोग एक तरह का कैपिटल फ़्लाइट होता है यहाँ से, ब्रेन ड्रेन यहाँ से हो रहा है गिलगित से, क्योंकि यहाँ के जो लड़के हैं वो AKDN की वजह से काफ़ी जो है लोग एजुकेशन में काफ़ी हम दोनों नाम बनाया है, और वो मुलाजिमत के सिलसिले में वो डाउन द कंट्री वो अपना रुख कर लेते हैं या अब्रॉड वो जाते हैं।
Sharpen pointed the lack of large-scale industry as a fundamental reason for the dire unemployment situation. He emphasized the untapped potential of the tourism sector in Gilgit-Baltistan, which, if developed to international standards, could provide a significant boost to the local economy.
हुकूमत को महंगाई का और बेरोज़गारी का और जो खुदकशी के जो रोकथाम है उसके लिए हुकूमती लेवल पे ऑब्वियसली जिस तरह मैंने कहा कि एक पब्लिक पार्टनरशिप के ज़रिए जो है ना इन पे काबू किया जा सकता है, कि हुकूमत शायद के पास इतना रिसोर्स भी नहीं होगा, इतना फ़ंड भी नहीं होगा, लेकिन सिविल सोसाइटी के साथ मिलकर जो है ना इन तमाम फैक्टर्स को कंट्रोल किया जा सकता है।
Locals have long blamed years of continued neglect by Islamabad, and a corrupt administrative system has made Gilgit-Baltistan the most backward region under Pakistan's rule. Now we take a look at some happenings in Asia in a segment called Asia Watch.
Among the ruins of Mosul's old city, a restaurant called Beit Umi, Arabic for the house of my mother, opened to customers a decade after Islamic State militants entered the city. The wish of Nuhad Abdul Wahab, a former dean of the College of Pharmacy at University of Mosul and the owner of Beit Umi, was to create a business and a market for Mosul residents and help bring the area back to life. The wish of Nuhad Abdul Wahab, a former dean of the College of Pharmacy at University of Mosul and the owner of Beit Umi, was to create a business and a market for Mosul residents and help bring the area back to life. The restaurant offers homemade traditional Iraqi food, specifically from Mosul. Customers were seen enjoying stuffed grape leaves and rice with sides like soup and salads. Nuhad Abdul Wahab explains how working at her restaurant has changed her workers' life. For Anwar Hussain, a customer visiting the restaurant reminds him of the city of Mosul before it was taken by the Islamic State, and he encourages such projects, especially in the destroyed areas of the town, which he regards as a cultural and civilization landmark. Taiwan's Coast Guard evacuated crew members from 2 stranded freighters to safety as they continued a search for another Tanzania-flagged cargo ship that sank off the island's south. The powerful typhoon Gaimi sank the cargo ship and has grounded 8 others off Taiwan's southern coast. Taiwan's Ocean Affairs Council Minister Guan Biling, whose department runs the Coast Guard, said the number of freighters stranded by Gaimi was unprecedented for a typhoon, adding that authorities will continue rescue efforts. Gaimi swept through Taiwan last week with gusts of up to 141 miles per hour before barreling west across the Taiwan Strait towards China, where it has dumped more torrential rain. Bangladesh law enforcers appeared to arrest protesters this week in Dhaka after students called off protests against reforms to job quotas that killed nearly 150 people this month. The agitation, which began in universities and colleges last month, flared into nationwide protests that injured thousands as security forces cracked down, leading to curfew, army patrols on the streets, and internet suspension to rein in the violence. The United Nations, international rights groups, the US and Britain were among critics of the use of force against protesters, while asking Dhaka to uphold the right to peaceful protest. Protests led by students broke out in June when a high court ordered the restoration of quotas in government jobs, including reservations for families of veterans of the 1971 War for Independence from Pakistan. Students agreed to pause their agitation after the Supreme Court scrapped most quotas on July 21, opening 93% of jobs to candidates selected on the basis of merit.
In the remote and hilly areas of Rajouri district, the government's Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana scheme is revolutionizing the lives of the people residing in Thana Mandi Tehsil and several other remote areas. Earlier, living in vulnerable Kacha mud houses, the residents are now staying in safe and improved Pakka houses. The scheme highlights the government's commitment to holistic development in Thana Mandi and other regions of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Take a look.
The Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana has brought a wave of happiness to the residents living in the remote and hilly regions of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Equipped with all the basic amenities such as electricity, water and washrooms, the Pakka houses built in Thana Mandi Tehsil have replaced the old mud houses. For many years, the people here lived in Kacha mud houses that were vulnerable to rainfall and snowfall. But the new Pakka houses built under PMAY are safe and provide improved living spaces.
ये गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की फ्लैगशिप स्कीम है प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना। इसमें जितने भी लोगों के घर कच्चे थे उनको सरकार की तरफ से असिस्टेंस मिलती है और वो अपने घर को पक्का कर सकते हैं। तो मुझे खुशी है ये बोलते हुए कि हमारे इस ब्लॉक थन्ना मंडी और ब्लॉक प्लानगढ़ में समवेयर अराउंड 6000 प्लस घर हमने ऐसे जो हैं जो हमने पक्के किए हैं। और अब ये बात है कि आने वाले टाइम में हम जो बचे लोग हैं, अब कुछ उनमें से बच भी गए थे, ये नहीं है कि हमने 100% कवर कर लिया होगा, लेकिन जो लोग बच गए हैं मैं उनको भी एश्योरेंस देता हूं कि आने वाले टाइम में उनके घर भी हम पक्के करेंगे, क्योंकि ये जो फ्लैगशिप स्कीम है ये अभी चल रही है।
Under PMAY, more than 6,000 Pakka houses have been built in Thana Mandi, Planghar, the other remote regions of the Rajouri district. For those families still awaiting their new homes, officials have assured that they will soon have Pakka houses built under the scheme. Special emphasis is also being placed on the sanitation and cleanliness of the region by involving enthusiastic residents who were more than happy after receiving ownership of their new houses.
हम सैनिटेशन पे बहुत जोर दे रहे हैं। सैनिटेशन में हम ये करेंगे कि सबसे पहले हम लोगों से अपील करेंगे, क्योंकि जब तक लोग हमारा साथ नहीं देंगे तब तक सफाई रह ही नहीं सकती। और लोगों को सबसे जो इम्पोर्टेंट रोल प्ले करना है वो ये है कि जो सेग्रीगेशन एट सोर्स, आप घर में ही गीला कचरा और सूखा कचरा अलग कीजिए। जो सूखा कचरा है उसकी हम फॉरवर्ड लिंकेज बनाएंगे, और जो आपका गीला कचरा है, जैसे जो आपके खाने का बचा हुआ सामान है या कुछ है, वो आप अपने किचन गार्डन में यूज़ करिए, ताकि हमें सैनिटेशन को, इस एरिया को साफ रखने में मदद मिले और हम इसको अच्छे से कर पाएँ।
शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं मोदी जी का। हमारे ये मोहल्ला है, ये इसमें पटियास प्लॉट में हम रहते हैं, ब्लॉक थन्ना मंडी से हैं, तो शुक्रिया अदा उनका करते हैं। तकरीबन 400 घर हैं हमारे, तो वो कच्चे थे, तो अब उन्होंने पक्के मकान दे दिए, तो हम उनका शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं। अब हम सेफ हो गए हैं।
The Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana has demonstrated the administration's commitment to developing every nook and corner of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. From providing affordable housing to developing roads, bridges and other infrastructure, the government is instrumental in fostering holistic growth in the region. Whether in infrastructure development or the social progress of individuals, the Union Territory is experiencing a transformation never seen before.
Now we take a look at the auspicious month of Shravan. This holy period is dedicated to seeking the blessings of Lord Shiva, with both married and unmarried women participating in rituals for the well-being of their families. Devotees from India and Nepal flock to Shiva temples to offer prayers.
A large number of Hindu devotees visited Lord Shiva temples throughout India to celebrate the most long auspicious festival of Shravan, also known as the Monsoon Festival. Shravan is a sacred month dedicated to Lord Shiva. Devotees were seen huddling near Lord Shiva's idol to offer milk and water, a customary practice in Hindus. The month also marks the onset of the annual pilgrimage Kanwar Yatra, in which devotees of Lord Shiva travel barefoot to various parts of the country to fetch holy water from the river Ganga. Hindus believe that praying and performing rituals in this month brings peace, spiritual growth and prosperity to their lives.
बहुत अच्छा दिन है। सावन का महीना अपने आप में उत्साह लेके आता है। मेरे अंदर बहुत अच्छा वो था, इसलिए मैं पैदल लेके आई अवधविहार मीनाक्षीपुरम से, जल लेके पैदल आई नंगे पैर।
सब गंगा जल लेकर के बाबा के धाम में डमरू बजाते हुए जा रहे हैं। ये सब आनंदित है, इसमें किसी का एक्सप्लेन नहीं किया जा सकता है। ये आनंद की अनुभूति है और सब इसका आनंद ले रहे हैं सब।
The Mondays of Shravan are considered to be one of the most auspicious days as per Hindu almanac. Nepal too soaked in the festivities of monsoon month of Shravan. Thousands of Hindu devotees flock to Pashupatinath temple in Kathmandu to observe Shravan Somvar, or Monday of the Nepali month Shravan, dedicated to Lord Shiva. The month of Shravan is considered to be sacred by Hindu devotees and is dedicated to Lord Shiva, when the females keep fast, adoring green, yellow and red bangles and beads. During this month, especially on Mondays, devotees, despite their ages, go to the Shiva temples to worship the god of destruction. Many disciples observe fast on this day and pray to the Shivling every day. While some take single meal during the day, others skip grain and just take fruits. It is believed that an unmarried girl keeping fast every Monday of the month shall get the husband of her choice. The married women, however, keeps the fast for the good health and prosperity of their husbands and family members.
आज हामी लाइन बसेमा आधी घण्टा जति अनि जब शिवजीलाई आज एकदम मनमुटुदेखि नै घर परिवारको लागि बालबच्चाको लागि र अनि स्वास्थ्यको लागि पनि हामीले सोमबारको व्रत सँगै बस्ने गरेका छौँ। यसपालि चाहिँ 4वटा मात्रै छ। पोहोर चाहिँ 5वटा हुन्थ्यो र शिवलाई बेलपत्र भाङ धतुरो र अनि त्यसपछि त्यसमा दुधहरूलाई चाहिँ शिवजीलाई प्रसन्न बनाएर चाहिँ मनको इच्छा चाहिँ पुरा होस् र बालबच्चालाई पनि पुरा र आयु श्रीमानको पनि लामो होस् भनेर।
The month of Shravan is also associated with swing, popularly known as Chula, which has a special place in Indian celebrations. Deities are portrayed sitting on decorated swings during rituals. According to the legends mentioned in Hindu Vedas and Purans, the holy month of Shravan is dedicated to worshipping Lord Shiva for success, marriage and prosperity.
Now it's time for me to wrap up today's episode. We'll be back next week at the same time. This is Shivangi Mishra signing off on behalf of the entire production team of South Asia Today. Goodbye and take care.